All right, we're gonna get started here.
No more heroes, it's hero begin. You can't tell nobody but yourself. Nothing less to do.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
Ooh, let me adjust this microphone a little bit. I think I just smacked myself in the face with it. Well, thank you guys for everybody who waited through that starting soon screen. Happy Monday, everybody, or sad Monday if you hate Mondays like I do. I guess it isn't all bad because I do like doing this on Mondays, talking about mental health, trying to get a good start to the week, I guess, make sure everybody's doing all right. Kind of like a, I guess, vibe check. Just trying to make sure everyone's all right, everyone's doing okay. But, you know, prices are up, mental health is down. Seems like more and more bad things are happening every day. So I think this is always like a nice chance to put out some positivity into the world, especially what everybody is going through on a day-to-day basis. But today we're going to be discussing, I guess, the killing of the old self, which is mainly just another metaphor for the death of old habits and a person who used to be, and goals of becoming a better person in general. Some people, I think, they kind of go overboard with it or think way too, not even way too deeply about it, because that's not the right way to put that, right? It is a deep process and a deep experience having to go through and stop doing old habits, especially if you have a pattern of like self-destruction or self-sabotage. It's not something that's easy to stop, and I don't want to minimize that. I think a better option would be, I guess some people might overthink the process, right? These things are never easy, but when you put them in perspective and you're actually able to give yourself a couple small goals leading into that bigger goal, it does get a lot simpler in terms of knowing what you actually have to do to get to that big goal, which for some people, you know, it's easy to just kind of say, I want to be a better person. It's a lot harder to tell a person that you want to stop drinking, that you want to stop smoking, or even something as small as you don't want to curse as much, or just be slightly nicer to the people in your life, things of that nature. It's a lot harder once you actually visualize that thing that you want to do, because for some people that means, oh, now you actually have to go through with the change, especially if you've gone through the trouble of telling people you want to make these changes. I think that that's another thing that makes it a little harder, a little complicated for people, is once you have expectations of others that you've put in there from telling them like, hey, I want to stop doing this thing. Now if you're not able to stop doing it, or if you're not able to improve, the thought of failure is unfortunately tenfold, because now you've told people that you want to make these changes, you told people what you wanted to do, and now here comes a bit of the social embarrassment for not being able to reach your goal, or failing, or not immediately getting it the first time. So that makes trying for the second, third, and maybe fourth or fifth time a little more discouraging until you can finally push through and make that change for good. And speaking of like friends and social embarrassment, sometimes it means cutting off your friends. There are a lot of people who would be able to change if they were outside of the environment that they're currently in, and not even just from a geolocation standpoint, but also from the standpoint of the company you surround yourself with. Some people might think the bad habits you have aren't that bad, and of course, you know, that's what friends are for, right? But at the same time, those friends may be holding you back in that same regard, thinking that they're supporting you and being there for you, when in reality they need to tell you like, you need to change this, or you need to do this. I don't think too many people enjoy being that friend. It's like, hey, you f***ed up. Here's what you need to do to change. I think it's a very hard conversation to have, and not everybody's friendships are ready for that. Sometimes the person's not even in the right headspace to have a conversation like that, where they need to just take a step back and realize what it is that they're doing, and realize that they could be doing better, or the things they're doing are making their situation worse than what it could be. It's a very hard thing to destroy an old habit, especially if it's a habit you like. Something like sleeping in, not exercising, or if you're like, even something as small as like wanting to improve at a video game you play, if like a fighting game, for example. A lot of people don't want to go back and look at their old replays, especially the ones of them losing, to see what they could have done better, because you have to go basically watch yourself get beat on again. Whether that's not hitting, catching the football the right way, that's not running the route correctly, whether it's you getting reprimanded by your boss, or maybe, just some harsh criticism you weren't ready for. It's a lot. It takes a lot to be able to sit back and take the criticism for what it is. And sometimes it's hard not to take it personally because it is criticism about you. But if the other person is giving you constructive criticism, or at the very least it's coming from a place of love, I think that should ideally make it a little easier to take that form of criticism. It's very hard to just look in the mirror and be like, I'm not the person who I should be, or I'm not the person who I want to be yet. I think that's also the important part too, is that some people get that step where they criticize themselves, but they also don't give themselves the credit they deserve. They also don't give themselves like the other side, the positive side, being like, oh, hey, well, I got this far, or some of my friends couldn't even make it to this age, or some people I know in our community didn't even make it out. You might own an apartment and barely be scraping to get by, but you have your own apartment. You might have a house. You may not even have money to like buy games or spend on the other stuff that you want, but your bills are taken care of. Little things like that where, hey, you could be homeless. You could be somebody who is homeless, but you have a car. You could have a job and have a place to stay, but no one really to share the space that you have with. What's up, Dre? Appreciate you popping in. Just talking a little bit about mental health and becoming a better person, essentially, which is, a very difficult thing to do when it comes to killing your old habits. The way I equate it is like, I think one of the biggest examples of changing and growing and doing something different are always the transformation videos.
Good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot. Hot and spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Sometimes it means looking back at redeems like that and asking yourself, why did you add that? And then realizing, like, yeah, I did that. I went out of my way to download the file and then put that into the redeem section. Never too late to just kind of question yourself and maybe reevaluate whether or not you made the right decision. Oh no, I don't know, Jay. I think it's exactly for a moment like this, as horrifying as that is, it does put a smile on my face. So I hope, that helped you, anybody else who may be in the background. But I was gonna say, one of the biggest things, like transformation videos, why people love seeing someone who may have been 400 pounds, 500 pounds, maybe not even that much, but somebody who may have just been slightly overweight for their height and their body type, just lose the weight, become better, because it shows discipline. It shows that it is possible to do something different, to make a change, to become a better person if you just want to. Sometimes the want is all that needs to be there, and you discover that, like, hey, I could have done this the whole time. I just didn't want to. And discipline is just doing the things you don't want to do for the right reasons, because they're going to make you a better person. I think people have this idea that discipline is like, you're always motivated to do this thing the whole time. You're always going to want to get out of bed super early in the morning. You're always going to want to go for that walk or that run, or tell yourself, hey, I'm not ordering DoorDash 5 times this week. And that's just not the way that it works. You're going to still want to do all those things. The discipline is just telling yourself no, because of so-and-so. Like, I have to do this. I need to do this. I want to be healthier. Let me not order, buckets of chicken for the 6th time this week. Let me not get like 16 different milkshakes. Let me actually eat before 10 p.m. and not go to bed at a certain hour. It's just doing the things you don't want to do and staying consistent with that. No one's saying that you can't slip up or occasionally mess up and have a moment where you're just like, oh, okay, well, now that I've messed up and I've broken my diet or my fast, I'm just not going to do it at all. Like, no, that's not what that is. I've known some people like that, where if they want to go on a diet and they mess up their diet for like one time, automatically just like the floodgates open. It's like, okay, well, I failed this one time, so I'm just gonna give up entirely. And that's just not how that's just not the way things should work. Let me not order a cookie tote from McDonald's. Man, Sonic, sometimes it's hard. It's hard, man. Whether it's due to your personal beliefs about how a company is operating, like there's a lot of Nintendo fans I know, but since Nintendo has been, we're a little crazy with their business practices and suing the competition, everybody's been kind of like on a bumper about Nintendo, about them overpricing their games, them not making great products, them throwing patents out into the wild that will actually do more harm than good for the industry. A lot of stuff like that. Some people can't do that. Some people is like, whether or not a new Nintendo game comes out and it's good, they have to buy it.
J.Deep says, I honestly couldn't agree with you more. My old habits had to die a gruesome death for me to change who I could be and who I am for you. The moment you entered my space, entered my area, I knew I couldn't go a moment without you in it. And I'm talking about Unived. You warped the mold into something new. Something unique. Something beautiful and downright slutty, but only for you. Speaking of spaces being entered, I have one for you to enter. Then leave. Then enter. Then leave. Then.
It's the slutty spaces that kind of got me, and then like why is Jay so good at this, bro? You know, what's up, Boom? Love me harder, Tony. You want to talk about? I'm not sure. You know, maybe this is the part of growth I was missing, right? Maybe maybe part of growth is cutting off the text-to speech. You know, letting some things go that other people might like for the benefit of your own sanity. You know, growing is not judging the streamer for what other people might be doing. You know, maybe. Oh Lord.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Maybe this is part of growth. Maybe we just need to learn how to mind our own business every once in a while, you know. Maybe that's what we need to learn. Oh Lord. But welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all doing well in between watching Tony gun people down in the streets. Appreciate y'all popping in here for my harassment, y'all entertainment.
J.Deep says growing is letting me know that I have an affect on you. And that effect is currently touching the bottom of that desk.
Oh my. Sorry, not sorry, I guess. I honestly don't know what to say to that. Like, normally I'd have some type of response planned or something. Not even planned, but just aware. I'm just caught off guard with my pants down today. But for everybody who needs any context, I'm not sure if you want any after that, but we're talking about becoming a better person today. And sometimes that means the death of old habits, cutting certain people out your circle, you know, not clipping certain moments that happen in the stream. And just having a discipline, or at the very least a motivation.
J.Deep says pants down, more like pants off.
Oh Lord. What are we gonna do today? What are we gonna do today? Thank you, Tony. Yeah, so for anybody who's been wondering, I used to have like a background blur, which I found out was taking a large portion of the GPU resources and stuff like that. But yeah, I've just been trying to do some more things back here. The colors you're seeing are like 2 floodlight panels. If in case anybody's wondering, they're like $30 on Amazon. If you guys are just wondering about the different lighting setups you could do with stuff like this, I really just have them plugged into an outlet down here, and I have one pointing to the wall to kind of give the room that color space, and then one just pointing directly up, in case anybody was wondering. But yeah, this has been in the works for a bit. My future wife actually did the whole background design here. She's really good with like making, what's the word for it? I don't want to say a house at home because that makes it sound kind of like generic and like traditional marriage rules and stuff like that. Like, nah, that's not kind of the sentiment I want to push. But she's very good at decoration, and just the way she does layouts for different things, like, it's amazing. Y'all should see her work. She could do this professionally, I think, if she really wanted to. But she's lovely. She might get off of work early tonight. Might come by the stream. Who knows? I might one day do a stream with her and I, like, on stream together. I don't know if that would be the best thing though. She a little shy. I might catch glimpses of her though every once in a while. Love that lady. That lady? Yeah, not bad. I meant to say lady, woman. I don't know if I butchered that or not. Anyways, I'm being awkward. Yeah, so cutting off old habits, becoming a better person. That is the sentiment of today's stream. That is what we'll be doing. That is what we'll be discussing. Just overall. Hope what little that conversation is left. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Really appreciate you guys popping in for that. Being here, showing up, showing out, as you guys always do. Can't say how grateful I am for you guys to constantly show up. But let's get into this gaming news. I think it's a good time to talk about some gaming news now. Let me switch over here. Oops. Let me full screen this. So we got some good news actually in terms of like game preservation, and people who may not have played the original game can actually do so now thanks to a fan patch. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there's been a fan patch for Fear. And if you want to play the classic first-person shooter with a scalable UI, controller support, and other modern conveniences, time for a reinstall. If you guys don't know, this was like one of the most influential FPSs of all time. Like right up there with Doom, Quake, a lot of other shooters. Like this one was one of the first ones to combine.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Welcome in, Nightmares. Hope you're doing well. This is one of the first games to actually really do first-person shooters and survival horror mechanics greatly, while also like having a lot of action. Like they had a slow-mo section, the different commentary the different enemies would have. They would be afraid of you and just like what you would be doing. It was really cool, really influential for its time, really innovative, and did something different that still really hasn't been captured to this day. So much so that there's another fan-made game called Trepang 2, which does something similar but just doesn't quite capture the same things. Remember when Fear first came out, instantly nope. Yeah, you see this little girl coming through the fire and flames? Like, yeah, they're horrifying. There would be sections in the game where you would go through vents or climb down ladders and she would just pop up and stare at you. It was actually horrifying. I never wanted to climb ladders in that game ever. Because like, one of the great things about this is you never knew when she was going to come up. You never knew what corner she was going to pop out around or when she was going to turn out, which made it a lot more horrifying. And you could die. Like this is before a lot of different games started doing that. This is one of the first ones to do that. Like before games like Alien Isolation or other games like that really had an enemy constantly chasing you and following you like that. This is one of the first ones to do it. Of course, you had your Resident Evils and your other survival horror games at the time, but for a first-person shooter to do this, yeah, nah. Imagine dying, you see her staring, yeah. Like, I don't know why you're looking at me like this. You just killed me. But yeah, Fear is one of those games we lament because the things that are great about it feel like they've been lost. For few now live who remember it. Sure, there's Trepang 2, but Fear is so good, there should be an entire subgenre based on it. There should be an entire cottage industry of indie studios making single-player shooters with slow-motion advanced enemy AI and something supernatural thrown in to give you the willies when you're feeling overpowered. Surprisingly, you know how many Doom shooters we've gotten? Which invented a whole other subgenre called like boomer shooters. Like that's what that is, boomer shooters. Shooters made in the vein of Doom. We didn't get that with Fear. But anyway, instead of being all sad about how history becomes legend and legend becomes myth, let's celebrate the fact that Fear remains incredibly playable today. If you download the Echo Patch, it's not one of those games that's completely busted without mods, but if you play at any resolution above 1080p, all the text will look like it's written for ants. The Echo Patch fixes that and adds controller support so you can play it on your Steam Deck. Hey, if anybody's got a Steam Deck, didn't play Fear before, this might be one of the best opportunities to do so. It also lets you disable the letterboxing and cutscenes and optionally make the flashlight last forever if you don't want to have to chase down batteries for it. In terms of bug fixes, the Echo Patch deals with a lot of problems that emerge if you run Fear at high frame rates. There's ragdoll physics instability and excessive water splash repetitions. If you go above 60 FPS, should you run at more than 120, you'd find yourself unable to do a jump kick, which is unconscious. Words are hard. Unconscionable. Oh my god. You know, there's a learning opportunity. Unconscionable. Okay. Never too old to learn. Never too arrogant to maybe make mistakes. I've just never seen somebody use the word like this before. But all that and more is fixed in Echo Patch. I whiffed so many times. But it even makes the world stay persistent, so all those bullet holes were made to remind you of the shootouts in the days past. Bodies, blood, shell casings, and other debris hang around as well instead of despawning like it's 2005. If we need to constantly clear the decks before your PC overheats from having to depict too many polygonal dead men at the same time, the Echo patch can now be downloaded from GitHub and is easy to install. Unzip into the folder fear.exe is in and tweak the ini files if you want to enable optional stuff like turning off letterboxing and disabling a GOG version 60 FPS limit. Unconscionable. Got it. But yeah, for anybody who's never played Fear or would like to go back, this is possibly one of the best times to do so, since it seems like this has patched a lot that was wrong with the game, especially if you're on modern hardware. You know, it's just so crazy to me that the hardware is getting better. Like, the thought of the frame rate being too high for an old game to support is just kind of crazy to think about, right? Or like resolutions getting so big that the text becomes too small to read. It's so crazy to me. Speaking of blast from the past and other games coming back, Konami, I guess fresh off the Metal Gear Solid Delta remake, which is a remake for the third game, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, they're asking fans which Metal Gear game should be remade after Snake Eater. Which I guess if you don't know which game the fans want to next, honestly, it's not a bad idea to just ask. But in the post on social media, it was revealed that a survey at the Tokyo Game Show for Konami has asked a fairly telling question. It's requested users to provide their feedback on which Metal Gear game should be remade next. It also asked them to shape the news pipeline from Konami regarding the franchise and dropped a note about Fox Hunt. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater was released recently and despite some performance hiccups was very well received more than 20 years after the first hit the market. Dang, it's been 2 decades since the Metal Gear Solid 3 came out. But in a post on social media, the Metal Gear production hotline at TGS 2025 Tokyo Game Show, the survey was revealed, and this post-viewing survey contained questions related to Konami's operations, the games it produces, and how it sends news around the community. One of the questions was apparently intriguing as it asks, please select all the following Metal Gear series titles would you like to see remade. And on the list is the first Metal Gear, the second one, I guess Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, Guns of the Patriots, Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and the Phantom Pain. When did Metal Gear Solid 5 come out? – 2015, so dang, 10 years ago? It doesn't feel that long ago. But 10 years ago? I was in high school when that game came out. But it's important to note that the couple of titles are outright missing from the list, including Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and Metal Gear Survive, which they can keep Metal Gear Survive. I'm not trying to see that. One of the first big games for the age generation. What's up, Emerson? Unk? Hey, yo, chill. Not Unk. If I'm Unk, that means people in their 30s finna start calling them pops. Finna start hitting people with the granddad. Can we talk about the gentrification of like the word Unk? Like it feels like Unk was reserved for people in their 30s. Cause that's around the right age, right? Like if you were 35 and up, most people called you Unk. Now it's like if you're 23, 25, people calling you Unk. I'm like, nah, that's way too young. It's crazy, man. I can't tell if it's like how fast or how quickly people are growing up nowadays, but it feels like people are like aging you up quicker and quicker. It's weird, man. We round up around here, right? Must be due to all the stress we're going through constantly, man. Because how else would you explain that, I guess? But it's important to note that a couple of titles are outright missing from the list, including Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and Metal Gear Survive. Of course, like I said before, they could keep Metal Gear Survive. The latter game is the worst rated Metal Gear title of all time. If y'all don't know what Metal Gear Survive was, it was a zombies game spinoff, which had you like poking zombies through a fence, and it took place in an alternate dimension from the Metal Gear franchise normally. It was bad. They took the same engine Kojima had made Metal Gear Solid 5 in, the Fox engine, and just literally flipped all the assets and made a zombie game. Because that was fresh after they kicked them out the company. Fresh off the controversy and everything. It was bad, man. But it's the only original title that Hideo Kojima had no involvement in, so it's easy to see why it bombed. And it seems a little bizarre to suggest that Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain should be remade, given the first outing for the title was in 2015. And they revealed the game barely finished in the first place, right? Because they rushed him to finish that game. That's one of the big reasons why Metal Gear Solid 5 didn't do as well as it could have, because Konami rushed Kojima to finish that game, So there's tons of content missing from certain acts, and there's a bunch of different pacing issues. Like the further you get to the game, the end of it. But perhaps Konami could finally complete the game's second half, giving players what they've been missing all this time. I doubt it. But yeah, in case you guys are curious about that, they're taking polls to see which Metal Gear Solid game they should remake next. It'd be cool if they reimagine the very first Metal Gear. That'd be nice. That would be nice. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yo, what's up, Dana? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you popping in. We're just discussing some gaming news before we play Dying Light. Run through the streets fighting for our lives. So I found this article curious because just like when it comes to the Switch 2 and other games and other consoles nowadays, everybody's always saying these things are way too expensive. The Lenovo Legion Go 2 is like $1,300 for like the cheaper one. I think $1,500 for the more expensive one. People are saying the Switch 2, that being like $400 or $500 upon release, that was too much. And just like the Switch 2, the Lenovo Legion Go 2 pre-orders are being canceled because there's too high of a demand. Going to show you cannot trust gamers at their word for almost anything nowadays. When people say the price is too high, what they're really saying is the price is too high for you because I'm going to complain about this and then turn around and go buy it. It's so weird to me because they teach us all this in economics, right? If the price is too high, what is it? If the demand is high but supply is low, the prices go up. If the demand is low and they can't get anything off the shelves, the prices have to come down. So it's very clear to see that if something is way too expensive and you want the price to come down, it is your job as a consumer to not buy the product. I'm saying your, but I really mean our jobs as a consumer to not buy the product. That's why so many companies can know they can sell $70, $80 games, $100 editions, $120 editions, because people are going to spend money on it. They're going to complain while they're opening up their wallet. But it's crazy, man. Because I know most people are saying, why get this when there's a Steam Deck? And we clearly have our answer, because you niggas are going to buy it anyway. But the Lenovo Legion Go 2 is quite the popular device. It's so popular, in fact, that the demand at launch has outmatched the supply that's available. And this has led to Lenovo canceling pre-orders for the Legion Go 2 for orders placed on the company's official website. In a post on Reddit, Lenovo attempts to offer clarity on the shipment delays after the device launched last week. We know that many of you have been asking about the product delays, so we owe you an explanation. The truth is, pre-orders for Legion Go Gen 2 have substantially exceeded our projections, leading to unforeseen delivery range extensions. And they followed that up with another message on September 19th saying the company was able to get more product. However, despite getting more units, the retailers are trying to keep up the orders. It wasn't going to be enough. The good news is that more units are already on their way to major retailers globally, so you can expect to see availability in retailer outlets and websites improving in the coming weeks. That said, we will need to cancel some pre-orders placed directly on Lenovo.com, and we don't believe in holding on to customer payments for products we can't ship in a timely manner. And as soon as our online inventory is replenished, Lenovo.com will show updated availability and ordering will reopen. Now, I also want to say this. If you're someone who just wants to buy things, you like technology, you like other things like that, I'm not going to guilt trip you or be like, it's your fault these prices are so high in the first place. No. If you're someone who just stays out the way and you're like, I want to buy this because I have the money, hey, do you, boo. But if you're someone who's constantly complaining about corporations charging us an arm and leg for certain things, like people did with the Switch 2, and you're going to turn around and buy it anyway, I'm specifically talking to you. Those are the type of people I'm talking about. Like I said, you know, I'm someone who firmly believes in letting people enjoy things. So if something's not for me, I just say it's not for me. And that's something I also think more people should just be okay with doing. Not everything's for everybody. It's okay to pass up on things that aren't for you, not be a part of certain conversations. Perfectly fine. But like I said, if you're someone who's constantly complaining about things being too expensive, prices not coming down, and turning around and buying things anyway, you're the problem. You said that's why you didn't say about the price. I know myself. I feel it. But those same people will be like, man, $500, I don't know if they got that. And then so what they do is they get a payment plan and buy the Switch 2 anyway. It's unbelievable. We were cooked as a society when the Switch 2 sold out as much as it did, with the only real title coming out along with it. Yeah, Mario Kart World. People bought a whole console for Mario Kart World. Not to mention The game that came out to show you how to properly use the Switch 2, they charged us for that. Well, I'm saying us, but I really mean for those who bought it, because I didn't buy that shit. But let's go forward, right? Let's find out more. They close by saying they understand how frustrating it is this update might be, and they are sorry for the inconvenience, especially for our most passionate fans. It's unclear exactly how many pre-orders for the handheld were canceled. So I thought that was interesting. But speaking of more price hikes, I thought you guys might have seen this. If you know me, we might have already talked about it. But just so everybody is aware, Xbox has even became more expensive after the second, not the first, but the second price hike in 6 months.
Negro, please.
Like, this is crazy. An Xbox Series X is $150 more now than it was 4 months ago. This is the first time in gaming history as a whole that the longer consoles have been out, they've gotten more expensive. The PS2, the PS3, the 360, the PS4, the Xbox One, Nintendo 64, the GameCube, Sega Genesis, whatever console it was that you bought in the past, hell, even Atari. This is the first time in history consoles have gotten more expensive the longer they've been out due to tariffs. Part of it is tariffs. At least at first it was. Now it's just corporate greed and seeing how much they can get away with, you know, stealing out of your wallet. Mind you, it didn't even sell out because they planned properly for how much the demand was, so you could go to the store to buy it even a week later. There wasn't even a scarcity. That's crazy, man. Especially when you consider the issues the Switch 2 had. People were getting orange screens of death. Joy-Con drift is still very much a thing. People's magnetism for the actual handhelds, if you're using certain cases, was not functioning properly. We had issues with the accessories. Like, the fact that, what is it? In handheld mode, is it still 720p or is it like 1080 in handheld yet? Because if not, that's a thing too. We're paying more for less. We're very much paying more for less, and we're thanking these companies for it. Because what's the first thing that someone's gonna say when you tell them not to buy the Switch 2 because it's too expensive? If you're broke, just say that. Like, that's also another issue too. A lot of people think too individualistic, unfortunately, for their own good. Well, for our own good. It's group economics, man. You buying $200 worth of VC day one and 2K hurts the both of us. Because why would they even need to make a better basketball game if they have your money already? Like, the people who say not to pre-order games and then turn around and pre-order games, they're also the issue too. Because once you give a company your money, they now have no more incentive to make the game better at all. Like, if a company gets like $2 million worth of pre-orders, they don't, like, if they wanted to just cancel all their DLC and everything, they could. Doesn't matter if you review bomb the game, you already pre-ordered it. You already spent the money. And then once people see that a game is selling well, like, unfortunately, some people are, I hate the term, I'm not going to say it, because I hate using like sheep to, like, you know, use to represent that other people are following other people while it does work. Some people just like to be followers. Some people like to just see that a game is doing well, or like to see that the company is doing well, and they're like, oh, okay, they sold 2 million copies, it's got to be good. Nah. It used to be a thing where if a company was making a good game, the game would sell well, and you had complete confidence that the game was going to be good. That's not the case anymore. We saw that with, what do I want to say? Dying Light 2? That game sold really well initially. That game was ass. At least at first, because the game was so broken and it had a lot of issues before they went out and fixed it. It did get better over time. Cyberpunk. So many people were hyped. That game sold initially well. No Man's Sky. People were buying those games off the shelves. And then they were broken. PS4 Slim was half the price of the launch PS4. That's crazy. But it's so funny because, like, if you lived outside the US, it would be much cheaper. Don't pre-order these days. I don't trust nothing before it's actually out. Yeah. Like, I'm more inclined to let somebody buy something if they buy it day one, because at the very least, you had time to look at the reviews. You had some time to review a game before it came out, because most people drop their reviews like, what, a week early, a few days earlier. Maybe if you buy it later that day, you had a chance to look at other reviews that day, especially if it's a single player game. The day oh my god. Now that you the day before. Oh my god. You know, that just reminded me that there are still some people to this day that think they're gonna come back and rework and remake the day before. When the studio shut down, the day the studio shut down, I kid you not, there was somebody saying they were gonna fix that game. That it was going to come back. That just goes to show you how used we've gotten to just like eating shit. How used we've gotten to companies screwing us over. And I'm not gonna sit here and like on a moral high horse and be like, I've never done this before. Like, I've done it. I've been a victim of it. When Cyberpunk dropped, I bought it immediately and got burned like everybody else did. I was there. When 2K used to be good, I wasn't playing it that much back then, but I was definitely there when like 2K19, 2K20. Granted, I've never bought a 2K a day in my life. I always got it through game sharing, but I was there to see its downfall. I was just as disappointed as every other basketball fan when they stopped doing NFL Streets, NBA Streets, SSX, like other arcade sports games. I was there. Those are the games I really liked. Bring those back. Now, so a lot of people did get their money back for the day before, because what ended up happening with the day before and stuff like that, most companies or most people may not know, Steam holds your money for a certain period of time before you just get that payout as a developer. So I think it's like 30 or 60 something days before you're able to actually access the money that you get from sales, specifically because of games like the day before. So when they released the game, so many people bought it. They made a lot of money, even though it was still broken and people knew it was like vaporware. They still bought the game, which is another thing too. We gotta stop things like hate watching, hate buying. We gotta literally stop talking about the things we don't want to see anymore. Like, there's so many people who make so many different videos and pieces of content and essays about shows or games and movies people they hate. And all you're doing is giving them another platform. Like, if there's a content creator or somebody you don't like, if there's a grifter you know about, maybe like if you want to just build awareness, make a video about them, put them on blast, and then move past it. Because what you're inadvertently doing is giving that person free publicity. Even though it could be damaging their reputation, you're still giving them a platform, you're still exposing to more people, you're still keeping the thought of them alive by talking to them about more and more people. Same thing with games. If you don't like a game, do not buy it. If you do not like a movie, do not go to see it. If like when Velma came out, if anybody remembers that Scooby-Doo remake Velma, which was awful, it got another season because so many people were hate watching. Because their KPIs, their algorithms, like what they're seeing is, oh my God, people love this show. They keep watching it. When in all reality, people are trashing it the whole time. You're giving them exactly what they want. Based at SSX Streets series, Tony Hawk, yeah. Need for Speeds, like Most Wanted. Need for Speed Most Wanted was one of my favorites. When so many people bought so many tickets to see Madam Web and we knew it was gonna suck, yeah. Like, it's not like the Morbius situation with Jared Leto, where people were like, oh my God, this movie is so good, and they weren't gonna go see it, to the point where they gaslit Sony to throw the movie back in theaters, and people saw it and that movie bombed twice. Great thing, mind you. But yeah, no, it wasn't like that, because people actually went to go see these things. But you think hate watching is a more egregious example? Like how many shows and movies get more content due to hate watching? Yeah. Hate watching, commenting blows one. Yeah, it's like, you ever see a YouTube video and you're looking through the comments and the person's like, this video sucks because of this, and this, and you ask the person, did you even watch the video? No. What? Like, one of the biggest videos on my channel, and there's just a bit of shameless self-promotion, was a video debating modern controls versus classic controls in Street Fighter 6. And I kid you not, like 5 days ago, there was a comment dropped on the video, because I check on it every once in a while. I think it's almost like 46,000. I'll look at it, and somebody commented about the video saying like, this video sucks. It fully goes into how modern controls are the best way to play the game, this and the other, right? And somebody asked that person, did you watch the video? And he's like, no, I haven't watched it yet. And I'm just sitting here like, then why the are you commenting? But let's read this article, right? Let's find out more about this, because in the last 6 months, the Xbox Series S and X have gotten more and more expensive, to the point where I think the S almost costs as much as a PS5 Pro now. But for the second time in 6 months, Microsoft is raising prices on Xbox hardware in the United States. New prices on the X and Series S consoles go into effect on October 3rd. And this was announced Friday as of the writing of this article. And apparently they said this is due to changes in the macroeconomic environment. So here's what it's going to cost now. What does Xbox have to deserve my money? That is a good question. Nothing. Not a thing. When I heard about this, like that they were increasing prices, I would really have to ask myself, like,
is this nigga serious?
Because I'm sitting here, Xbox has been behind PlayStation for console sales since the PS4 and Xbox One era because of that awful start they had when they were really promoting TV and it had online DRM. They said there wouldn't be game sharing. You wouldn't be able to share your games to other people. It's still less than the regular PS5 and a disk drive. Jesus. But the Xbox Series S for the 512 gigabytes version, you know, just big enough for one Call of Duty game. Because keep in mind, 512 gigabytes is not going to be 512 actual gigabytes. It's going to be like 400 something. Maybe 300 something, depending on how much of the actual like base hardware has to be taken up to make sure the actual console functions properly. But it's going to be $400 now. It used to be $379. The Series S 1 terabyte version is now $449 instead of $429. The Series X is almost $600 now. And that's just for the digital version. The one with the actual disc tray is $649, which after tax is closer to $700. And the Series X with 2 terabytes of hard drive space is $800. You remember when people said they couldn't get into PC gaming, right? Because PCs were too expensive? Because I want to just be able to boot up my console and play my game? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, right? Now we got things like the Steam Deck, the Lenovo Legion Go, the Switch 2. I'll even put up the Switch 2 up here. The Asus ROG Ally and the Ally X. And you could get a PC for around this. You could get a decent PC for around this price, especially during the holidays or on sale or just getting certain parts when they're discounted. You do not have to spend $1,000 on a PC if you don't want to. But this, what are we doing? Somewhere along the line, we've lost the plot. We have lost the plot. Consoles were supposed to be, I want this in my home. I want to just boot up and play. I want to just plug and play. That was a big defense of console gaming in comparison to PC gaming. So not only they charge you $60 for online, well, it used to be $60 for online if you wanted it for a year. Xbox stopped doing that promotion. So now if you want to get online, a year's worth of online for Xbox, you have to stack it now. So you have to buy like 3 months a few times to get 12 months in total, right? For PlayStation, I think they still do like 60 for a year. It might be 100 now. I don't know if their prices have raised or not. But for PC gaming, right? And keep in mind, I grew up console gaming. I grew up with the worst type of PC hardware you could imagine. I had a laptop that couldn't even run vanilla World of Warcraft or vanilla Minecraft at one point. It wasn't until around 2016, 2017, between there that I was even able to get into PC gaming. But just like everybody else, I grew up with PlayStation, the Xbox, Nintendo. Like we had a Sega Genesis, we had a Nintendo 64, we didn't have a GameCube. My cousins had a GameCube. I had a PS2, had a 360, had a PS3. We skipped the PS4 until the very end of the generation. Had an Xbox One though. Nintendo Online, $20. Remember PS3 had free online. That was one of the biggest alternatives to Microsoft, with Sony had being like, we had free online. Now we have to pay for it.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
So very fun. Remember, like, so for like PC, we have Humble Bundle, which if you guys don't know what Humble Bundle is, I get a lot of free games like this. And a lot of people could get free games like this. They're bundles and stuff like that. If you're someone who likes books or software, just learning different things. Like if we go to the book section here, if you're someone who's like trying to go into IT or cybersecurity, Cisco networking certifications, like tabletop RPG guides, D&D stuff, Warhammer stuff, cloud infrastructure, DevOps things. And these things are always on sale, hundreds of dollars otherwise. And you can get these for like $20 or $40 if you want to do games. Remedy, literally, if you guys like the company made Alan Wake, Quantum Break, FBC Firebreak, Control, all these games, Max Payne 1 and 2, you could give $32 to get all 10 items, $27. If you only want to give $5, that's still 4 of these games. And you choose what you want to pay, how much you want to give, and how much you want to get. Every month, there's Humble Choice, but they give away free games that you keep forever. Steam, we have family sharing, which I admit consoles started doing first. And to the point where people can play the same games on consoles at the same time. Because I'm not a shill for any company, right? I like Steam, but if Steam were to turn around and start doing, like if Gabe Newell were to wake up tomorrow and be like, we're going to start doing what Sony and Microsoft are doing, I would immediately withdraw my support. Because as consumers, it's our jobs to find the best deals and the best price for most of these things. When Hollow Knight Silk Song came out for $20 and people started buying it immediately, that started making every other game developer sweat. Because they're like, $20? You're gonna get them to raise their expectations. We can't do that. Well, they're not gonna spend $20 or $80, $70, $80 anymore. $200 editions of 2K, like we can't have that. We can't have them raising their standards and want to be treated with respect. No. I got some good manga bundles from Humble Bundle. Yeah, I'm over here humming, over here stuttering. Humma. But you're able to play Minecraft with your brother on 2 different devices at the same time because we bought it on PlayStation Network one time. Yeah, man. It really is such a tragedy to see this happening with studios, right? Because it used to be times where these things were really affordable. Like, it was really nice to just wake up and be able to buy a few games day one. Or the Xbox Arcade, which had a lot of upcoming indie titles or different games that would not see the light of day if not for that. Where is that gone? It's unfortunate. The biggest enemy of gaming, just like the biggest enemy of most things, we're going to put our tinfoil hats on for a second, is capitalism. It always has been. Always has been. But the Xbox maker previously raised prices in May prior to the round of hikes. And Xbox Series X was $500, but that price will jump to a whopping $150 extra by October 3rd. Well, you guys know I read the prices earlier. But in cold comfort, Microsoft says that the pricing for Xbox controllers and headsets will remain the same. Yeah, because everybody's buying those $100 Elite controllers. And pricing in non-US markets will remain the same. Microsoft's latest price increase comes 1 month after Sony announced a $50 across-the-board increase on PlayStation 5 consoles in the US. Nintendo made a similar move in August, raising the price of the original Switch consoles and Joy-Con 2 controllers of the Switch 2. Now, this is with U.S. President Donald Trump's chaotic and punitive tariffs on goods manufactured in China, Vietnam, and India, raising prices for companies and being passed on to consumers. There's no telling if this is the last of price fluctuations Americans will be forced to endure this year. Which is just crazy to me because, like they said, outside of the country, this just isn't the case, and we're getting this here. So you do got to wonder long-term, how much more expensive these consoles going to be, and when will people say no? Thank you for the look, Dana. I appreciate you popping in. But we got 2 more articles, then 2 trailers, and then we'll get into playing this Dying Light. My bad. I've kind of been going on a little bit of a rant here. Got a little distracted. But the Resident Evil movie, for those who don't know, is coming from the same director who directed Weapons, that movie that came out recently. But he went on to say that the movie will not feature Leon Kennedy. I know a lot of people were kind of like excited about that or theorizing if it would star Leon, but it's not going to star Leon. Or even feature him for that matter. But it's going to be an original story in the Resident Evil verse. Now, this movie has been making steady progress, and most recently we learned that Paul Walter Hauser from Fantastic Four has joined the cast. And we also know that the upcoming movie's tone is in line with Resident Evil 4. Now the director has revealed some new details confirming that Leon Kennedy is not part of the upcoming Resident Evil movie. But during a new interview with Entertainment Weekly, Resident Evil movie director Zach Kreger discussed why Leon Kennedy was not included in the movie. Kreger first confirmed that Resident Evil movie features an entirely original story. He also added that fans will feel this is a very Zack, and when they watch the movie, it's just that it takes place in the Resident Evil world. Now, this isn't a bad thing, because we've seen movies and TV shows where we've had stuff like this happen. They didn't necessarily feature the characters of that specific world. I think the Fallout show is the most popular one to do this as of late, where it doesn't star the lone survivor, the lone wanderer, the courier. The sole survivor, the lone wanderer, the courier, or anybody from the mainline games. It mainly stars in a completely different character and a bunch of other different characters in that universe, which I think if you want to tell an original story, you know, why not do something like that? That's cool. Next time we see Leon in Resident Evil, it might be his last time ever, I feel. I think that's what they confirmed in Requiem, that this might be Leon's last outing, which I wouldn't be mad at, because he is dope. I think that man is just tired. I think he's past retirement at this point. But Kreger feels that the fans of the game will not be bummed, as this is a sentiment he has expressed before as well. Talking about Leon Kennedy in a Resident Evil movie, Kreger stated that he will not be stealing the character from an original story. However, the director added that he respects the games enough to ensure the story is told within the Resident Evil canon. I have to double check. I wanted to say that he would make an appearance. They said this would be Leon's last game at 9, if I remember correctly. Let me double check. Oh, I don't want to look at the leaks, but supposedly, according to leaks, he might be there. So take it with a grain of salt. I could have sworn I heard them like talking about it'll be Leon's last outing. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find like the actual thing. But I guess right now there are rumors that this will be his last game. I guess that wasn't fully confirmed at the time I read it. But now it's like just leaking that he might be there, he might not. So I guess take it with a grain of salt. We'll just have to wait and see. But this means that everything players love from the games as far as the movie goes will remain intact, and players will appreciate the directors taking the extra effort not to mess with the canon that the games have created over the years. Another news, upcoming Resident Evil movie will feel fresh, edgy, and weird. Additionally, okay, new horror system plays around players' emotions for the game? That sounds interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. But speaking of leaks and rumors, a new Mafia game might be in the works already. The Old Country, I don't even think he was like, what, 5 months old yet? But a new Mafia game already might be in the works. And the actress who plays Isabella Torrisi in Mafia: The Old Country recently claimed that another game in the series had been greenlit. Now, of course, it was developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K, like the other games as well. And it seems like it's been seemingly successful enough to commission a sequel. Released earlier this year, Mafia: The Old Country is a fourth entry in the popular Mafia series. The game acts as a prequel to the series and is set in Sicily during the 1900s in the city of San Celeste. The story followed Enzo Ferrara, who joins the Torrisi crime family, and unlike Mafia 3, is mostly a focused linear story instead of a sprawling open-world game filled with activities. It received mixed reviews, with most critics complaining that it's a cliched mob story but praising the depiction of a beautiful Sicilian countryside. And a guest appearance on a Twitch livestream with Bubbly Nuggets, actress Karina Conti, who played Isabella Torrisi in Mafia: The Old Country, claimed that the sequel for the game has already been greenlit. In the live stream, the actress also discussed how most Mafia games tend to be standalone but intertwined in various ways. Now, we did see that with Lincoln Clay running into Vito Scaletta and a few other characters from past games as well. But in the same universe, it's not clear, however, if the new game will be a direct sequel, if it'll be a standalone story and new characters. Essentially, nothing is known about the sequel, but one major question that fans may have is whether the series will continue to focus on linear stories like in the original 2 entries of the franchise, or if it will return to more open-ended gameplay like the third game. Now, this game marketed itself as a $50 linear experience focused on the story, but it remains to be seen if the sequel will continue this trend. And now, while being greenlit doesn't mean the next Mafia game will be released anytime soon, this is still excellent news for fans, as Mafia: The Old Country had a modest release, peaking at just over 35,000 simultaneous players on Steam. And some fans thought these arguably low numbers could mean it underperformed, which does not seem to be the case if a sequel has been approved. At the moment, Hangar 13 is continuing to improve Mafia: The Old Country with ongoing updates. Recent patches have corrected bugs, enhanced the game's UI, bolstered overall stability, and improved enemy pathing and reaction times, making the experience of playing Mafia: The Old Country smoother. So that's interesting. Thought I could cover that. But let me show you guys our last two things to date. Which, if you guys remember the game Arc Raiders, which was being developed by the other half of the people who also worked in the finals, which is Embark Studios. They used to be a bunch of old developers who used to work at DICE and worked on the Battlefield games, which is why the destruction is so smooth, which they recently had its new season, and recently the destruction has gotten patched to be even smoother. This is the other extraction shooter they're working on. Which at first was just going to be a PvE game, but they thought that was too boring, so they added PvP mechanics. So they have the new pre-order trailer.
Right there, follow.
That's it?
Yep, Apollo-based top coin for these.
What? Why?
I think it's for the kids, you know?
Fine. Dust for them, deals for me. Let's go.
I got this. Hey, Raider, you looking to blow stuff up? Time to shine. Come on, any day now.
Get that flame working!
Oh, look out! Come on, clock's ticking. This is our way out. Sorry, kids.
So yeah, they're having a server slam from the 17th of October through the 19th, which I believe is like one of the weekend tests. But this game looked really good. A lot of people really enjoyed it. And a lot of people, when they revealed Marathon and other extraction shooters, a lot of people were really looking forward to this one because the actual world itself seems very alive. If you guys are wondering about the backstory at all, humanity has been taken over by a bunch of machines and almost pushed to the brink of extinction. Yeah, you know, how original. But you're going in, getting a bunch of loot, getting a bunch of gear like every other extraction shooter, and coming back out. What makes this one different is that the world is actually very interactive, on top of looking gorgeous, the sound design being really good. So a lot closer to Hunt Showdown in that regard, where you have enemies around the world, but you can use them to your advantage to attack other people, kind of like how he did when he threw that rubber duck. It's very interactive. It's very different. And of course, like a bunch of different people, when you saw that giant thing crawling around, which is known as the Queen, which if I can find it, which I want to say was right about here. Not this one, but
Come on, clock's ticking. This is our way out.
or am I misremembering?
Hey, Raider.
Oh, here it is.
Blow stuff up. Time to shine. Come on, any
Oh no, where was it? It was like the giant four-legged thing crawling around. Here it is, actually. This in the background here, that you can fight that. Like things like these, you can fight. Over here in the background, which it takes teaming up with other people, and this game does have proximity chat, so people were trying to convince each other to not shoot each other, not kill each other. It'll be interesting. I don't blame you for thinking that either, Dre, because originally this game was supposed to come out, like people were really hyped for it, really excited for it to come out sometime in the summer. But then that countdown they had, because they had a little bit of an ARG, what's the word for it? ARG reveal, where there was an internal countdown timer people found on the data files that was counting down to a certain point. People thought it was going to be the release date. Then there was the date of the actual show, which at the show it got revealed at, they revealed that the date wouldn't come out until October. So the game comes out next month. So it really took a dent into the hype that they had going for this game with the marketing and everything. People felt like they were thrown for a loop. Some people, you know, jumped the gun a little bit, felt like they were lied to, and thought this game was coming out a lot earlier in the year. So we're gonna have to wait and see if this game can hold out, because it does look good. But again, with the competition and everything else going on, It's kind of hard to see if this game will stick around for the long haul or die off, you know, like Concord and so many other games. But Concord had a bunch of different issues. This looks like it's well built and a lot of people have positive things to say. I just don't know if like people will stick around. Oh man. That's crazy, Jay. Well, Nexon's just publishing it. Nexon aren't the ones who actually made it. It's an Embark game published by Nexon, unfortunately. Like, these are developers who are from the same studio that work on the finals. Like, Nexon is just the publishers because they needed money behind the product, but it's developed by Embark. It'd be unfortunate if this game didn't do well, though, because Embark has been making solid shooters. Like I said before, these are the same developers who worked on a lot of the old Battlefield games people love, like Bad Company and a few others as well, 4, stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. But here's hoping, right? No, like, yeah, like Nexon, like these are 2 different companies is what I'm saying. Right. Quite different here. Quite different here. But we're hoping. We got a Ghost of Yotei trailer. More features of the game. Stuff like that. Surprisingly, the finals is actually doing pretty well. Have you played lately? They just had one of their biggest launches for the season. They think you might want to go check on that. It's arguably doing better than it ever has been. But they're really pushing this haptic feedback with this game. So it looks like they're doing everything they can to get people immersed into the game, which I really like, especially with that. It's nice if they were going to push the haptic feedback initially, like with Sony doing that more and more games are starting to buy into it and try it. So like, yeah, that's dope. But the game looks beautiful. I think a lot of people are going to be really enjoying this game. This is definitely something I'm looking to pick up. I just want to see how it is when it first launches. Because again, I'm trying to avoid pre-ordering games. Like, even if this is something I'm really excited about, I have to wait. Have to wait. But yeah, if we go to SteamDB, I'm pretty sure the finals is doing better than it has been for quite some time. Because a lot of people are coming back to the game. A lot of people saying how much they like it, how much they enjoy it. Like this, they are doing really well. But the finals is also an underrated shooter. Everybody who's been playing it has been really liking it. Like, yeah, these aren't bad numbers. But like, if we go back to like the last year, the trend is showing like they've peaked at certain moments. Like every time they release a new season, it crashes down a little bit, but it's been getting higher. But yeah, just more and more people. I think this game was really going to benefit from a lot of people trying it more and more. But I don't think it's going to get the same numbers as like a Battlefield or Call of Duty. Just because it's a little different. But yeah, I think once it starts going bigger and bigger, like once they actually start adding more and more stuff like they have been, it'll just keep staying steady and like increasing slowly but surely over time. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. It would be a shame to see a game like this die when it has like what people have been begging for. Because a lot of people have been begging for an arena shooter. You know, when we had Titanfall 2, we have the finals, we had other games like that as well. I'll never forget the industry for what they did to Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 was the shooter. That was the shooter people wanted, and they let that game die. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, let me switch things over here to Dying Light. Turn on my PS5. Oops, let me plug in my PS5. If they did, it would be for very different reasons. Whereas Rogue Company was a high-res game, and high-res has a history of not properly supporting their titles, it definitely would just be not enough people try at the finals. For high-res, I can tell you exactly when Rogue Company died. Once they started nerfing swords and a few other things as well, like that was around the time the game started falling off. But it had a bunch of issues. It just couldn't decide what it wanted to be. Like, it was a game that wanted to appeal both to the competitive player and casuals, but had nothing to keep both of them. So both parties would also get blasted by the feeling of it wasn't competitive enough or it wasn't casual enough, which meant it was a game for nobody. And then that's why it started dying off. With the hardcore aim assist, which pretty much was a lock on. If you played that game on controller, you had aimbot. Like, that was also a big issue with the game too. I remember because I used to play the Rogue Company heavy. I used to play that game in tournament. But the finals is truly different. It is something truly unique. I would say if that game died, like I said before, just be due to a lack of players. That would be it mainly. Like, it's objectively a good game. It just doesn't pull the same numbers that every other shooter does right now. But then again, you know, also this year is just highly competitive. So I wouldn't be surprised if it stayed like where it is right now. Oh, you know what? Let me actually turn on the capture cards. There we go. Okay, switch this. Let me change the game. All right. Honestly, I'm really hoping Call of Duty gets whatever they got going on together. Because I wouldn't be surprised if it sells well, just because so many people just like buying Call of Duty blindly. Would not surprise me in the least. Especially since Black Ops 7 is still going to be on the PS4 and other last-gen consoles. Which is crazy to me. Oh, let me skip this. I think Battlefield 6 will do well, though. They're playing it too safe for it not to. Let's continue the campaign.
Olivia says she needs my help to leave this place, to get away from the Baron. She injected me with something from a fucking chimera. Claims she did it to save me. Says I would have died otherwise. I do feel stronger, but not strong enough. Need to find allies for the fight ahead.
So for those who need to be caught up or just don't know exactly what Dying Light the Beast is, it seems to be a game that we're not entirely sure where it takes place, if it takes place after 2 or before 2, but it seems like they retcon the ending of like the following. Because in this game, Kyle Crane has been held in captivity for 13 years and tortured, experimented on, given different things like volatile and other infected DNA to become some type of lab rat project, like a super soldier almost. And to do this guy's will called the Baron. He ends up breaking out due to other infected being let loose, getting out of the facility, and now he's like seeking revenge. And last time he fought bosses, we got a few different safe houses, got to a few different areas, so now we're just playing. Ran into a group of survivors, fought a boss for them, and apparently they're being hunted by a completely different monster. So we're trying to see what they got going on. I wonder, are they gonna let me climb in here?
It's worth its weight in gold.
All right. Oh yeah, somebody got bitten and he shot himself.
Thanks for coming.
You had something you wanted to talk about?
That creature that attacked us, it followed the Baron's men here. They were desperate for shelter, and when we opened the outer door, the monster followed them into the courtyard. It attacked them viciously and moved so quickly that we were lucky to get away. I still don't know why it didn't attack us, but I worry it might return, and I was wondering if you would be willing to hunt it down.
Maybe. But if I do, I'd need you to do something for me.
And what might that be?
I don't know yet, but I'll let you know when I do.
The sheriff last saw it running across the rooftops. You can probably pick up its trail there. Be careful, though.
Appreciate the like, Jay. Thank you.
If they spot you, your only chance is to flee and find shelter in a place with UV protection. Or try to hide until it's safe.
Hunt the beast before the trail fades. Oh no. All right, so we definitely gotta go do that.
That fucking monster was 3 meters tall, throwing boulders, and stank so badly that you can still smell the rot in the hole.
So you hid like rats?
Like rats? No, mais listen, I can give you my weapon. Let's switch places, huh?
That's not the point. You were supposed to protect us.
I won't fucking apologize for being alive.
Yeah, that lady's delusional. Three-meter tall monsters. How about you hit like rats? Nah. Oh. Our response would have been the same. You want to do it? Hey, look, take my gun, go out there, go fight. Oh, it's, yeah. Do we have to go at night?
It sure tore through here.
We can't even see it, it's so dark.
Fresh. It ran this way.
I don't like this. Alright.
Okay, where to go from here?
So we have to run that same way the volatile went?
Kyle, listen. If a volatile spots you, don't try to stand and fight. Run, hide. Those things will tear you limb from limb. Even if they don't see you directly, they might see your flashlight. So be careful where you shine it.
Yeah, I know. Believe me.
Let me see what the nearest safe house is. Oh, it's so far. I should have like found a safe house during the day. Which way is his handprint facing? Where are his legs? I'm over here turning off my flashlight. Yeah, nights are actually scary again. So I know if I see a volatile, there's a good chance I'm dead.
It came this way.
There's a truck. Library. Oh! That wasn't very nice. Man, oh man. Nope. Don't want to use up any of my weapon durability. What the? All right. What did I just drink? Hopefully y'all got something on you. Sound design is actually kind of scary. Oh, he was all over this room. I'm sorry?
Kyle, did you hear that?
Yep, I see some smoke. I'll check it out.
Okay, cool. I hear something in the distance. Is that the zombie I'm hearing? No, that's a volatile underneath it. Please make the jump. Oh. Okay, no volatiles nearby. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Did I not land in the water? Oh my god. How far back are they gonna send me? Crazy. Ooh. There's one nearby. I just don't know where it's at.
Fuck, what a massacre.
Excuse me.
Delta 1, come in. We've got the target chasing us.
I was gonna say, doesn't this hurt y'all? Oh, SMG. That's what the doctor ordered. They're just screaming. Okay, I don't think I need to be here anymore. I want the loot. Let me get a little greedy, I guess. Oh, they just die. Wait, is there something else here? Gasoline.
Oh shit, they're still warm.
We need backup now. Who you copy?
The volatile nearby? That's not good. Don't want to attract any more attention here.
We need reinforcements. It's after us.
Where are you?
We're holed up in the church. It's trying to break in.
Why is he running all of a sudden? How far is the church? I think I need to turn up the brightness slightly just so you guys can see, right? At least slightly. Oh, that's not good. Like they can smell me. I'm not turning on my flashlight. They're trying to set me up. Oh my god, they're right there. There's like 3 of them. 4? Alright, now that I've made it past them, I have to make sure I don't die. Oh, please. Like imagine you turn your flashlight off because you're trying to avoid one of the volatiles and then a zombie just starts snacking on you. Excuse me.
It's in the basement. Oh my god.
Please open. Another way in. Well, if I wait long enough, they'll die. Hey! Get back. She really risked everything for that. Nothing, okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. That was the volatile over there. Won't attack me. Trying to see if I could throw him in the UV light. I know none of these guys are going to be alive by the time I actually make it in there. Oh, it's about to be daytime. Good. Means these guys should be going away soon. Right? Oh, so they're treating this like a dark zone. Is there anything I can craft and to go here? It didn't even make a noise. Maybe I should have just made a decoy instead, I guess. Y'all gotta go. I think this is efficient. Look at his face. Yep, right this way. Wait, there's two of you now? Oh, that's trash. Oh, there were spikes here the whole time? I could have saved so much more of my weapon durability. That's a lot of bodies. Something else down here is moving that isn't me. That's not a good sign. Okay. These soldiers are going through it.
Help me!
Oh my god. Oh, that's the other guy who escaped. Oh, so they just expect me to run? I want to get this loot. Do you have anything on them? No? Okay. I'm thinking a bunch of soldiers got slaughtered, and as unfortunate as that is, one of them's bound to like have a gun or something, right? Yeah. Some knives, some loot. It's a lot of throwing knives. Military med kit, nice. Gotta be something to grab onto, yeah? Oh, can I not climb on top of this? Unfortunate. Wait, so then where do we go from here? Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna be able to climb those. Cool. The amount of finger strength and hand strength you have to do something like this is crazy. And body control. Are they gonna let me climb it? They are. Nice. I'm assuming we can go from the rope. Nope. Antibiotics, I'll take those. It'd be crazy if there were zombies up here.
This is Bravo Squad. That thing's still after us. Requesting backup. Over. Retreat! To the tunnel!
Jesus.
The tunnel.
Oop. Can I use you as a... Thank you. Yeah, you can use zombies as like a fall breaker. If you're brave enough. I can tell this city, like, once upon a time was very beautiful before all the zombies got here too. Like, it is very nice to be able to run around here like this.
All units! We're trapped in the tunnel! We need help! Right fucking now!
We're not gonna make it in time. Oh, the tunnel's gonna get dark.
Fuck you!
That actually scared me a little bit. Yeah, that's what that does. Part of a group of memes people used to do. Whenever something cringy was on the screen, a character from like Devil May Cry and Metal Gear Rising would like come up. These guys have been going through it. I already have a hammer. So he's actively chasing them down. Like, he is hunting them. I assume he's like showing some signs of being cognizant then. Like, he's not just a monster. But like, this is planned. Oh, that's a bomb. Maybe not. Screw all that, enough's enough. What good is having all I need to live in here when there's no one else to live for? I'm fed up with fear, pain, listening for them to come get me. Oh man, loneliness is even worse than pain and fear, worse than dying in the jaws of those monsters. Whoever you are, know that my name is Marcus Stank. Oh god, maybe it was time to go. And once I had a life worth living, I leave you the rest of my supplies, wanderer, remember you now and then. Anyway, it's time to open that door for good and invite the devils in. Oh man. That's unfortunate. He had enough canned food to last him for a good minute too, if it was just him. But yeah, I get it. Loneliness is a killer in itself, man. Then again, even if we got to him, I think unless we personally escorted him back, he probably was not going to be living. Oh! Get your hands off me. That means you too. Oh, I think that means I'm a poison tick.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me. What if I just open this? Nope. have to fight him, huh? That just seems to have made him angrier. Somebody like this would be a bullet sponge. I don't know if I want to do that. Forgot the block button and dodge buttons are different. Cool. Kicked in right when I needed it. Is this a pitchfork? I'll take it. Yo, Yuko, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you popping in. Be lurking, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're the same. Okay. I'm gonna follow his footprints. Get in here. I like how he's holding his pitchfork. I guess it's a thrown item. But like I said, we're gonna get here and all these guys are gonna be dead. It's almost always how these things work out. The fact that they've held out this long is kind of crazy. Let me not wait for you guys to finish waking up. Oh, give me that. Of course. All these places have multiple doors, but these doors are almost always locked. I guess it makes sense in a zombie apocalypse, though. You don't want these people getting through anywhere. But other games like Resident Evil 8, you'll have to like do a whole puzzle if you want to go to the bathroom.
Holy fuck.
Oh. Oh, he saved us. So I'm thinking this monster like isn't like he's sentient.
Oh, shit. Jacob, I lost it.
Where are you?
In a railway tunnel. Went deeper, but I couldn't follow it. Probably made it out the other end by now.
If that's the case, it's far from here. Good. Come on back. There's something else we need your help with.
It's like horrifying. Oh well.
Oh fuck.
That's crazy. That's crazy to just stick a volatile on me like that. Oh my god. Please. Oh! The water is definitely not the way to go. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, not that way? No, which way? This is not cool. God, what are you doing getting tired now? Oh. I'm trying. No, that's not the way. Oh my God. No. He got tired. This man's missing all his cardio from the first game. He's been locked up for 13 years. Why you look? Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, I missed these the first time. They're beating my back in. I lost my pitchfork because of that. I'm so sad. Alright. Go this way, this way. Alright, we got it now. We got it now. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. I swear I have not stopped sprinting. I swear I have not stopped sprinting. He keeps trying to walk. Jesus. Need to get back you in the gym, Kyle.
Olivia, it's Crane. Do you copy?
I copy. You okay?
Another creature that attacked the town hall? It's not a chimera. It looks more like a volatile, but it attacked in broad daylight.
No wonder those people were so terrified.
Something else. It seemed smarter than the others. A lot smarter. Caught me off guard. Nearly choked me out.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I've been better.
Before you go back to the town hall, can you swing by here? There's something we need to talk about.
Aren't we talking now?
It's about the chimeras. Just stop by when you can, okay?
First try, you know? See, if they come out here in broad daylight, things will be different. If they come out to my side of town, things will be different. We weren't fighting in the darkness? Nah, come see me in the light. Definitely need this. See, I need this. Dash for as long as your stamina lasts. I need that. I'm telling you, Dre, it's a different when the sun is up, I'm out here. I'm out here. They gotta come see me. But in the darkness, nah, they can have all that. They can have all that. I'm just telling you, man. See, out here in the open, like this me right here. But they don't want to see me, you know. Survivor has died. Encounter failed. What encounter? Oh no, there's survivors we can save. I completely forgot about that. I mean, I didn't see him, so. But see, like I would have gave him like one of. Oops, not one of those. Oh, not one of these either. Oh, what the next zombie at? I can show you what they would have gotten had they came outside. Starting with this one down here. Moment I would have saw him, would have gave him one of these. Yep, nah, don't get up, don't get up, don't get up. Right there, that's what the volatiles would have got. They came out that tunnel. Exactly what they would have got. Just like that. You know, they was kind of jumping me too. There was like 3 or 4 of them. I could have taken one of them in the fight. They didn't even have the respect to give me a fair one. Well, watch. Next nighttime we see, if I catch a volatile by himself, I'm gonna show you what they would have got. Let me get in this car. Excuse me. Rich man coming through. Actually, there's something I want to see. How do I get out? There we go. I want to get in here. Oh, y'all can climb up here? Hey, no. Hands off the merchandise. Oh my god. See, all these zombies are always trying to jump me. Down there. The combat does feel really good. I can't say that enough. Like, Dying Light 2's combat just did not feel this satisfying for me. No. I want to clear these zombies out so I can go in this place. I think she just bust her head. Oh, she's still alive. Man, Kyle left right crane. Tell him about him, Rayvon. Kyle left right crane. Did you just come from under the car? Oh no, you're someone I kicked earlier. Everyone in all their pockets. Like, this game in co-op must be amazing. They really dropped the ball by not adding crossplay. Go to sleep. Can I get past him not waking him up? Cool. Take a nap. Alright, please stop coming this way. Need you to turn around. Yep. I can't choke him out. Crazy. I was right there and everything. Apparently being in a straitjacket means you can't get choked out. Alright, gotta put you down, gotta put you down, gotta put you down, gotta put you down. Nope. Alright, let me wait by the door. Hey, where did y'all come from? It couldn't have been that loud. Hey, chill, chill. Back down there. Oh, she did. Alright, so how do we do this? The gore system is really nice. I will say that I do prefer this game's gore over the first game. Cover my swing. All right. Y'all had nothing on you? There's some more footsteps. What I'm trying to see is like, what's the big benefit of like going somewhere like this? What's the loot for clearing a spot like this? Oh God. Give me that, give me that. We're basically shopping today. Let me not spend all day in here because if it turns to night, I'm not gonna have a good time. I'm not gonna have a good time at all. Who's breathing like that? Gotta be the most out of shape zombies I ever heard. Oh, that's fine. So no matter what, I think if you hit one of those zombies, they just snitch. Oh, was that the whole place? Oh, okay. So there's a really good item I need to find here. Really good mod. It's gotta be a pet peeve of mine. They made me go through the trouble of opening that drawer with that animation and there's nothing inside. Locked from the inside. Oh, I can still hit him through the door. That's what I thought. Okay. All right, so I have to find a way in there before nightfall. All right, I can't use my snatched waist to crawl underneath there. Gotta be a vent somewhere. Because the mod I want, that just lets me know what's in here. Sheesh, do we have time to be doing all this right now? Maybe, maybe not. $13.45, $1,300. Okay. Anything? I might have to give it up for now. And then this door doesn't open at all. Can't crawl in through there. Door is locked from the inside. Doesn't look like there's anybody anywhere to drop in from. Oh, there it is. Crawl on the vent crane. Thank you. There we go. All right, we got everything we needed. Please don't be a zombie in this closet. Oh, okay. I was gonna be upset. Where's the door? I need to start looking for safe houses. That's what I need. Yeah, let me go do that. Into the area with a higher level. Oh, that's actually not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go here, but I guess GPS is still leading us here? No? Okay. There we go. Oh, the handling in this game is a little tighter than I thought it'd be. Excuse me. They do not have me as you're driving a zombie apocalypse.
Watch out for dark zones. They're insanely dangerous, but you might find some very valuable things in there.
Right, or get myself killed.
Let's see what's in here. Somebody just had a nice fall. Can't grab on any of these? Trash. Alright, what about these? There we go. That's still so crazy, we can't climb up that. Oh, nope. Whoa! I dodged into the wrong spot. That could have been awful. So we gotta go up here. Then here. Oh, right, we could just wall run to that. Oh, I see now. Sometimes I'm like trying to skip past certain areas and I'm just like, oh, there's an easier way to get up here. Okay. There's got to be some zombies up here, yeah? Oh, not another one of these. Oh, okay, cool. I was just supposed to put it in there. No? Oh, wait. So is it a certain one or? So we did this one. We did that one. What about this one? I'm guessing there's got to be more of these then. Okay. So maybe we just need 4 of them. Have to find 4 different boxes possibly. Wait, why give me that much if we're not gonna have the whole thing? Maybe there's another machine up here. Okay. Yeah, not gonna make that. Okay. Will they let me get on top of the pole? Like this? Nope, apparently not. I can only swing from it. Let me just double check. Yeah, no, apparently that's only for swinging on. Okay. So I have to find a spot that lets me climb, but none of these clocks actually let me... Oh, wait a second. I think that's the thing right there. That's what that's for. Okay. Wait, this is the one that's turning. This one stops, right? Yeah, okay. So we gotta bring it over here. Make this one start turning so we can swing from it. Make sure I'm swinging. Oh, that's tragic. For these guys, I guess. This had to be everything like how Mike Tyson was feeling every time he got into the ring. Go back up. So then is there a different machine up? There is, okay. Oh my god. Yo, Fomar, what's up? What's up? Should have saw me running for my life from these zombies in Dying Light. Actually, it's probably a good thing you didn't see that. I did not make it the first time. But I hope you're doing well. Earlier we were talking about how, you know, in order to become a better person, that means killing a lot of the old habits you had and changing up different behaviors, and how everybody's not ready to do that. Let me see what I can craft. Oh yeah, I did want to make a bow. I did want to make a bow. Oh, yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is hard to do. Dang it. Because I made the bow, I now don't have the parts I need. And I can't enhance anything yet either. Actually, let me make some med kits. I can only make one bandage. Alright, so we got that, so we're just gonna go back here and talk to this lady. Again, I gotta say it, this game does look beautiful when you're not fighting for your life and running from zombies. Catch me. Thank you. This car almost has no gas in it. I'm about to be stranded. I wonder if we can like carry around fuel with us. Another car on the road soon. Okay. And we are out of gas. Excuse me. That's cool. We have a third person and first person camera. Oh, we can see the gas indicator from here. That's nice. I was hoping they would bring vehicles back because they had them in the expansion for Dying Light the Following, and then just like kind of mysteriously gave up on them in Dying Light 2. It's good to see that they're back. But I guess a lot of people thought it made the game a little too easy, so now they aren't as good as they were in the Following. do that. Am I going the right way? I don't think I am. Oops. Wrong way still? Okay. This way maybe? Let me look at the map. Oh, we're here. We just wasted a lot of gas. By we, I mean me. Okay. Let me back up a little bit. I don't know why she tried that. Did he die from me landing on him, or was he poisoned? It's hard to tell when a zombie is poisoned because like they're already dying. Well, they're already dead. And they're decaying, so it's hard to tell if them throwing up is just part of the disease or because I did that to them. Okay. I like that they added these.
Here's your sample. Now, what did you want to talk to me about?
My theory. A second sample was essential in order to confirm it.
What theory?
I've been analyzing the genetic structure, and I noticed a strange sequence in the code.
Meaning what?
These chimeras may share a portion of the same genetic structure.
Well, that makes sense though, right? They all come from the same virus.
I'm not talking about the virus. I'm talking about a totally separate sequence deliberately modified for a specific purpose. Give me your arm. I need to check something.
What, you're gonna juice me up again?
Relax. I just need a blood sample. I want to test how your blood reacts to the extracted plasma. I've pinpointed a potential location where you might encounter another chimera.
How much more of that GSB do I need? I don't want to end up like one of them.
You won't. That's not how it works. But if you want a real shot at taking down the Baron, this is what you need to do.
You keep saying that.
Because it's true.
All right. Then where do I find this thing?
Here. It's swampy, hostile terrain. But I found records indicating they transported that chimera there.
Okay. I'll let you know what I find.
It's always gotta feel weird though, constantly being injected with needles. Oh, we have to do this for, okay, 4 arrows. Guess we're going back out. Oh, that's far. Let this man get some sleep. Oh, dang, we can't repair this anymore. Unfortunate. This new outfit right now reminds me of Alex Mercer from Prototype. Which again, this is like day 365 me asking for a whole new Prototype game. Either that or at least a remake or a remaster. Why can't I pick these up? At the crouch. hoping we'd be able to go through that window. All right. We're not gonna get very far, but I still want to drive as much as we can. That's free XP. Oh, what's this? Get out the car. Is that a survivor? Oh, I accidentally drop kicked him too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You saved me. Thank you. Take this.
Well, it's nice to know he forgave us for the drop kick pretty quickly. I just wanted to say something. Oh no. I didn't think we could actually kill him. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm trying to throw you. There we go. Nice. You know, I should have known if I ran him over, he would have died when they let me drop kick him. Wait, where am I going? Let me stay on the road. Maybe I might find another car. All right. Drop kicking zombies just feels so good to do. Can I slide? I can. Excuse me. Somebody just fell. Sound design in this game is really nice. Like, if you have a decent pair of headphones, you can hear a lot of the zombies moving around and doing certain things. Really nice for avoiding them if you need to. That's how I was able to hear the volatiles at night. Ooh. Oh, giving me the ick. Can you just outwalk zombies? Like, if you just at a higher rate than they are, can you just walk away from them? This is the whole convoy. Why am I not aiming for the only spot where he doesn't have armor, his mouth? What about the legs? Thank you. Sorry, no witnesses. All right, show me the money. Grenades, some C4, MREs. People I know who like MREs the most are not in the military, funnily enough. No, why'd you? Hey, yo, I'm sorry. Don't run now. You already snitched. You gotta go. Oh no. Oh, China knows I'm here. Hey, yo. Let me heal. Oh my God. You threw a giant rock at me. Jump! What are you doing? Hold on. I have a gun. Oh my God. Please. Get away from me. Sir, please. I can't take another rock to the face. Can we just talk about our feelings? Oh my God. Please. I need y'all to move. I need y'all to move so bad. Oh, please. Please repair this. Oh, now I got zero repairs for it? Yeah. Please die. I'm just spanking him. I'm trying to use the healing item. Why is he not using it? It's not letting me heal. Oh my God. Bow. Oh, this was some loot. It was going so well too. Man, I got something for you. Oh my God. Hey, right there, sir. You're still not dead? Oh no, I got something for y'all. I got something for y'all. Need you to die. Oh, you caught me at the right time. My goodness. Sorry, did I hear a human being speaking? Alright, all those years of playing Fallout and Oblivion should help me lockpick this. Oh yeah, okay. I hope. Maybe, maybe not. Ah. Okay. A lot of ammo. A lot of ammo in these. You know what? I didn't even think about refilling the other cars with fuel. I like how the locks are differently designed. Oh, that's cool. Hey, yo. Yeah, no, I definitely hear human speaking. Those are zombies.
Yes, I better see what that's about.
Oh, are they?
Tells me they didn't stop here just to stretch their legs. Fuck. What a massacre.
Oh God. What broke out? Gotta leave it to the military to be experimenting with something nobody has any business touching. What you got on you? Do I have anything left in here? I'm gonna look back at that, but I want to see what these guys are doing over here.
Hello? Go get out of here.
Hey, yo! I didn't have to do all that.
A face only a mother could love.
Can't we all just be kind to one another?
Catch that!
That still hit me. That's crazy.
You're done.
You know, I got something.
Eat this!
Yep. They're gonna chase me right into the middle of these zombies. Oh, I thought I could like stealth attack them even though they seen me already. Oh, zombies are not as strong.
Now I'm pissed.
Let me just. Oh my god.
Say goodbye.
They're tearing that man up. He's missing part of his brain. Oh, that other guy's dead.
Time to die for good. Oh, missed.
Dog kick never fails. Back of that man's skull was showing and he was still trying to fight me. That's crazy. Sorry, like I'm a bit of a loot goblin when it comes to games like these. Like I'm trying to get as much as I can, especially early on, because man, you do not want to be cut out here without any supplies or anything to like make. All right, I'm gonna stop before I glitch myself out. Oh, I could just do one of these. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm doing it anyway. Almost didn't make that. Kind of got scared. What is that? Another convoy? An abandoned house? Put a tape at. Oh, you're right. I was just here. Is there anything else I missed? Besides this abandoned house? I'm gonna go grab this real quick. I'm right here. What's going on? This is how easy it is for me to get sidetracked. I was like running around and doing things. Look, he threw up on me. No. Sheesh. I don't want to waste alcohol doing that. What do I have in my inventory? One more C4. I guess. So. What just blew me up? What else was there? Yeah. Wait, how far back did it send me? Oh my god. That's tragic. Excuse me. All these guys are just mad because they don't have cars. Right. Cool, okay, they don't make me start the whole encounter over. Okay. Gonna be worried about that. I hear somebody running. That's not good. I'm gonna let him follow me, then once he finally gets up here, I'm gonna kick him off. Gotta work smarter, not harder, you know? Just like that. I got thrown up on again. That's not good. Finally, I think he's dead. Are they gonna figure out how to get up here? Oh, that's perfect. Jesus. A lot of military personnel out here. There's been a lot of convoys coming and going, I guess. Ooh. They've been doing that since Dead Island. I don't know why I was so surprised. The lights have to be outside though, no? You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna repair the weapon. At least there are no zombies in here. Is this safe yet? I have to take care of you. I know they said secure the entrance and then return the power. Somewhere in here, I guess. Okay, now he's dead. That mean y'all gotta die too? I actually like that the crowbar is bending with how much I'm using it. It's a nice detail. All right, so obviously there's something I'm not seeing. Gotta be a switch or something in the house. If not, then in front of it. Where is it? Wait, you tell me I just have to close this? I hate them. Maybe another door or something, no? Not that, not that, not that. Let me check the perimeter. Wait, what was that? Maybe you gotta go. Oh, I need to repair this. Sorry, any zombie within a 50-mile radius is getting it now. What's this? Oh my god. I thought he was gonna catch me slipping. Well, he did catch me slipping, but he still died. Generator of some sort? I'm just not picking up on what it is they want me to do. Restore the power, repair the cable, so must be a cable I'm missing. We did plug in the cable. We flipped the switch. Oh. Literally the last thing. No, I'm assuming we come back here and turn this on. Yeah, okay. And I was about to say. Let's try this one more time. Now we can go back. Where's the map? Finish that mission and we'll probably call it there. Well, this area reloaded finally, it looks like. Someone could use your assistance. Hold on. I would have saw that like 2 seconds ago. Who is this?
Who are you?
Cozy spot. Is it secure against the infected?
Maybe you didn't hear me. Who the hell are you and what the hell are you doing here?
Relax. I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm on a hunt, but I sprained my ankle, and I just need a place to rest while I heal up.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you can limp, you can hunt.
Wait. Name's Max. Maybe you could help me out. Do my hunting for me?
Why would I do that, Max?
I'd give you Lizzie in return. Check her out. She's a quality crossbow. What's your name, by the way?
Kyle. Now who or what are you hunting?
Some hag seen roaming in the area. They call her Yaga. I got a contract to hunt her down and bring a piece of her back.
What is proof you did the job?
Maybe. I didn't ask. It's a payday, you know. A man has to eat. So, you want to do it?
I could use a good crossbow. Why not? Where can I find this Yaga?
I tracked her into the forest near the mountain shelter up there. FYI, it only hunts at night.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Go get that Yaga guy. Don't let it get you.
I don't think I'll survive a fall from that distance, but we can swing on a tree. Dang it, I should have known the other one wouldn't have worked. Give me that. That's free loot. Everybody loves free loot. And there's no like giant special effect at this time either. This is cake. Let me just get that up off you. Oh, can't you see I'm looting here? How rude. Ooh. Oh my god. Don't run from me. Oh my god. Not again. Okay. Let's lure him away. We don't need to kill him. I don't feel like sinking the resources it takes to do it either. You can't throw rocks through walls, right? Oh! That was unfair. god. Not y'all dodging. Okay. Ooh, please. Oh, did I loot all the convoys already? Did I just do this for nothing? Oh, basically, yeah. Oh, he is one unhappy camper. I'm sorry, I gotta get up out of here. Oh, sir, please. That could have ended badly. Oh, right, because they still have to do this. Some durable zombies, man. Completely forgot why we came here in the first place. Oh my goodness. Specimen number 47B is part of an ongoing study to understand the potential applications of enhanced sensory capabilities in hybrid organisms. Data collected during the field test will contribute to our knowledge of stress responses and adaptive behaviors in genetically modified species. Warning, highly aggressive and territorial. The chimera exhibits a strong predatory instinct. Well.
Olivia, you were right. I found the Baron's men, but whatever they were moving, it's gone.
Gone? You mean it's escaped?
Yeah, but not before slaughtering every single one of them. These poor fuckers never stood a chance.
Do you think you can track it?
I can try. The blood trail leads into the swamps.
Please be careful.
You want me to be careful, or do you want me to find it?
I want you to find it.
Exactly. I'll keep you posted.
All right. Guess we'll go back to this abandoned house, call it there. I'll put some fuel in you. Nice. Really fun, honestly. Like, I'd say the Dying Light games are always better in co-op, but so far, it actually can be scary. The combat is better. The world looks nice. You know, I really don't have too many complaints besides the occasional bug here and there. Sometimes it looking like you can jump on some space when you can't. These mechanics are a nice addition, but they're not the end all be all. And the boss fight's been dope. I'll say why it doesn't do anything that blows me away. It's a solid game so far. Because originally this was supposed to be like a DLC for the second game, which is why it was made in the second game's engine. Like, it wasn't supposed to be anything special, but it just, the scope of the game kept growing. It won't be Dying Light 1, but then again, you know, that you can't capture lightning in the bottle twice. Very few studios can. But it's not 2. And it really is good. If you're someone who liked a lot of 2 or someone who liked a lot of 1, this game does seem to bridge the gap for those people who might be stuck between really liking the first game, or you really like the first game and didn't care for the second. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say, like, people who were entirely upset with the second game This seems to bridge the gap between those two people. The best of the first and the best of the second. These zombies are gonna get enough trying to jump me. But yeah, if you can play this game in co-op, would highly recommend that. Like, if you and a friend could get together and play this game, definitely. Like, it's almost a must-buy at that point. Granted, there aren't a lot of games that are gonna be bad if you play them with your friends, but if like you were playing Borderlands 4 and you're playing Dying Light solo, I think we can all agree that playing them in co-op just makes the game 100 times better. But both are solid solo experiences. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely like sleep here so the game kind of like knows that I want to be here if I die. But nighttime is horrifying. Again, the sound design has seen to that. If you have good headphones, this is gonna be a tougher game. I think we'll end it there. But let me make sure I thank everybody for showing up and showing out. But yeah, Tony, appreciate you sticking around this much. Jay, Fomar, Rayvon, the other Jay, Dre, Yuko for lurking in the background. Who else? Dana for lurking in the background. Emerson. Rayvon, if I haven't thanked him already. Nightmares. Boom. Love Me Harder. Sonic. Appreciate all you guys hanging out, showing up. But yeah, if you're someone who's like on the fence about Dying Light the Beast, if you liked the first game and thought the second game really wasn't all that, a lot of people have been saying this feels like the true sequel. But if you're someone who liked 2, there's a lot of things in here for you to like as well. The gore system, definitely better than how it was in the first game, because the second game improved upon that heavily. Zombies feel disgusting when you actually hit them. The ragdolls are cool. The vehicles are nice. That's a big thing, I think, that not too many people have been speaking about. The vehicles are nice. Granted, you do have to take care of them, and they probably won't be sticking around long term unless you actively seek out to take care of them. Like if you're actively looking out for fuel, and if you're trying not to actually like hit every single zombie you see, which is a little bit harder for me. Appreciate you popping in again, Arika. But yeah, I'm enjoying the game. I'm having fun with it. Definitely something that you, if you can, definitely seek to play in co-op. But if you're someone who may not be fortunate enough to play with other people on other platforms, no problem at all playing it solo. Still a solid experience either way. But whether or not you're on YouTube, Twitch, lurking, or chatting, I appreciate you guys either way. We're going to be raiding out. Let me see who's live, because I definitely need to do a few things before I start working myself. Let's see what we got going on. I think I'm going to be rating Cesar. I think he's writing a song right now. If you guys don't know, that man sings his own music, makes his own music. He actually, his song has been popping off on Spotify. So if you guys could show that man some love, would highly, highly appreciate that. But yeah, with that all being said, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. And don't forget, if you're seeking to improve yourself as a person or do something different, or are just tired of who you are currently, granted, not saying that you have to be completely dissatisfied with yourself, but if you just want someone who wants to make an improvement, wants to make a change, it does mean giving up a lot of old habits. It sometimes means not frequenting the same circles you used to, whether it's eating a little better, working out a little more, stretching, or just being a little more conscious of your health. All that requires you intentionally changing your behavior and being cognizant and aware of what you're doing and what brought you to that point that led you to not being satisfied with who you are. And while it's important to be aware of what you love about yourself and giving yourself grace and not being overly critical of who you are as a person, it's very important to remember that you want to give yourself as much grace as you give to another person, and intentionally change certain things about yourself, but make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Don't change yourself because somebody else said, hey, you should adjust this, unless it's constructive criticism and it's coming from a place of love and it's someone who has their best interest in mind, because not everybody does. But you always, first and foremost, want to make sure you're changing something because you want to change. Because any type of motivation that you're getting from an external source is temporary. And just remember, discipline is just doing the same things you should be doing for a consistent amount of time. Well, doing the things that you hate doing consistently because you're doing them for the right reasons. Working out, most people I know who work out don't like working out. Most people who I know who eat better do not like eating better. And it's important to remember that if you want to do these things, it doesn't mean that you can't have a day or two out the week where you're eating a cheeseburger, where you're eating something that may be bad for you, or maybe you're staying in and not exercising. It just means doing these things for a reasonable amount of time consistently. And the best form of discipline is doing what you can consistently over and over again. And I think too many times we overly complicate things and have to remember that while it's not easy, it is simple. I work out because Dragon Ball motivated me. Hey, you know, whatever gets you out of bed, whatever gets you to walk, whatever gets you on an exercise bike, jump rope, whatever gets you to just, you know, sit there, stretch a little bit, whether that's not wanting to be one of those people that's just stiff all the time. Whether it's because you sit down all day like myself, I have to make sure I get up and I move and I work out and I do something. It's very easy to forget about that kind of thing, man. But take care of yourself. It's most important to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. Because if you're not doing what you should be doing, you really don't have a right to tell people what they should be doing if you're not doing it. Be the change you want to see. Set the example you want others to follow. And be the person that you dreamed of being. I guess that's all the same thing, right? But yeah, if there's too much negativity in the world, be that positivity you need. Be the adult you needed to see as a kid. Essentially, that's enough cliche moments for today. Like I said, hope you guys have a wonderful day and a night. You're all wonderful people. If you want to be better, be better. If you want to do better, do better. If you don't know what that looks like or how that is, look up a few examples you want to follow those examples, and then figure out what that means for you. But I'll see you guys Wednesday. And if not, I just won't see you Wednesday. But y'all take it easy, man.